Hi, my name's Matt Johnson, aka Redbeard Films. For anyone that doesn't know me or hasn't been around here before, I'm a self-taught filmmaker and I started working with stop motion probably about 6 months ago. So I'm still very much in the learning process. Feel like it's one of those fields that you just have to keep doing it and doing it like everything else, and you never truly finish learning. You're always discovering new things. So I recently discovered the concept of multi-plane animation for stop motion. And if you haven't seen my previous video, I built this cheap, budget-friendly DIY multi-plane rig for me to do some animating with. And this here is the very first animation that I've worked on using it. And I was really happy with how it worked out. It was nice and sturdy, nothing was loose. The little Velcro backings I used for the glass panels to hold them to the PVC worked perfectly. So a couple of things I did notice with this, and isn't to do with the rig, but is just a complication with using clay on glass, at least with direct contact, is the smudging. You can definitely see, and you would have seen earlier, as I was moving the spaceship along specifically, all the smudge marks it would leave behind. This can be pretty difficult to keep on top of while you're busy focusing on animating everything else. I did from time to time try to wipe away as much as I could with a little bit of paper towel and some Kleenex glass cleaner. And look, that it worked for the most part, but it still left a little bit of a sort of oily, powdery residue from the clay. So that's just something to keep in mind moving on, but lesson learnt for this time. I'm not going to give up on doing the clay for this format. I will try to come up with a solution next time around that might involve, I've had a thought tonight that maybe I could put a bit of Glad wrap on the pieces that I'm going to be moving around on the glass, and that should stop any of that smudging. So next time I do an animation, I'll give that a go and let you know how that goes. So I recorded this animated this in 24 frames per second, shooting on ones. First time doing that, I usually do 24 frames on twos. So that's 2 shots for every animated frame. And this took me quite a while to do. What you've seen here is a sped up version of, it was about 3.5 hours of animation time roughly. And I was already too far into the animation before I realized that all the little stars that I'm moving down on the background layer there were blinking much quicker than what I had intended on doing, and I didn't want to go back and redo that. So I was like, well, this time around I'm just going to roll with that. I don't mind how it looks, but I was trying to get closer to more the dimming, how stars sort of dim and twinkle. So that's just another lesson learnt. Next time I will slow that down and vary the way that I animate those to try and create that effect. I also didn't intend on the animation ending up the way it is as far as some of the actions that happen. I can put that down to, this is the second animation I've done using Dragon Frame. You might be able to see it on the screen up the top there. And this is definitely a game changer for animation, because just the way that you're able to play back what you've shot already, you can see what's happening, and then it gave me a much better concept of where I could possibly go with the actions, which then gave me the idea to come in slow, brake, hover, and then the extra little actions that sort of happen there, which I won't give away just yet, just in case you haven't properly seen it here, because I am going to show the animation at the end of this video, which is coming up soon. Yeah, so overall it was a really good experience. Loved the animation station, and I'm definitely going to keep using it. I've got a few more little animations like this planned. The plan is to sort of put a few together in a quick sequence, ending with an animated version of my logo in claymation as well, which I'll cycle through, and it will become like a new opening sequence for any of my claymation work. Anyway, here's the end result. Enjoy.